Did you know that one of the most expensive coffee in the world is made after being pooped out by this animal? And yet, that's not the strangest thing about coffee in Vietnam. I still remember my very first cup here, sitting on one of those tiny chairs in a hidden alley in Saigon, while a local grandma was serving me something that felt less like coffee and more like life-changing experience. No fancy coffee machines, no oat milk, just pure, strong Vietnamese coffee. And after that, European cappuccinos just didn't hit the same. Suddenly, they tasted like warm milk pretending to be coffee. So naturally we had only one question. What exactly makes Vietnamese coffee so different? That's why we decided to go straight to the source, to the real coffee farm, right in the coffee capital of Vietnam, the city of Đà Lạt. The coffee farm was about 25 kilometers away from the city center, which also made it the perfect excuse for the first test ride of my Saigonese monster. Honestly, not a bad route for it. The views were insane, the roads were smooth, and after about an hour of riding and 15 minutes of climbing, I finally made it to the place. The plantation itself was even more beautiful than expected, but there was one thing that surprised me. Coffee beans on the bushes don't really smell like coffee. They smell like a plant. After that, we got a quick tour around the farm and learned how the whole process works.
It doesn't matter that much, so they just kind of like harvest all at the same time, process them really quick, get the caffeine out of it, and that's done.
But honestly, our real guys were not the humans. It was the dogs. They followed us everywhere, making sure we didn't steal the beans. So first, after the coffee cherries are picked, fermentation begins. Basically, bacteria break things down and change the flavor. And then there is a weird way. Some animals eat the beans, digest the fruit, return the beans to the world through poop. Luckily, the bean is protected by several layers, so it doesn't actually touch anything too traumatic. We even got to smell beans straight out of the animal process and compare them to normal ones. And honestly, they smelled exactly the same. So either my nose is broken or coffee people are just making things up. Then came the real magic, roasting. This is the part where coffee actually starts smelling like coffee. We got to do it in the traditional way over a stove with a pan full of holes. Basically like making Chinese stir-fried noodles, and the Chinese woman handled it pretty well. After roasting, the beans went into a special machine to cool and dry. After that came several pictures, a little surprise, and then the moment of truth. We got to taste the coffee we had just made. With the classic Vietnamese drip setup, a tiny kettle, and a lot of patience, we ended up in a guessing game, trying to figure out what flavors were inside.
So we got orange, rose, and something else. She already mentioned roses.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We got orange, roses.
Apparently, there is an entire chart of aromas you're supposed to taste. Chocolate, caramel, flowers, berries. I tasted coffee. But after a while, we realized our main guide, the dog, was starting to feel ignored and clearly wanted some pets. So that's how our 50-kilometer bicycle trip to a coffee farm ended, with new knowledge, fresh coffee, and very needy dog. And one more interesting twist, our human tour guide is staying here for 3 more days before starting a 2-year motorbike journey around Vietnam. Not a bad plan, enjoy traveling and stay tuned.